Hi there, magandang people. This is your host, Mr. Nacho, and today's topic is Maala mo kaya Medallia, which stars maybe one of your greatest actors ever. It is the way too soon gone Mr. Rico Yan. Before you watch this video, please do me one favor. I need lots of support. I want to do lots of great videos like this to support the great topics of Pinoy topics. So please do me the favor and please subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell. Thank you very much. So here we are going right now for the greatest topic ever, at least in my opinion, and it is the movie Maala mo kaya Medallia. This very great movie stars the unforgettable Mr. Eddie Garcia, and he plays there some old teacher of Mr. Rico Yan. And the movie has lots of interesting flashbacks about the time when Rico Yan was at his school, and it looks like there was really an big bond has been established between Eddie Garcia and Mr. Rico Yan. Basically, it was really something like a very strong pupil-teacher relationship. They were very fond of each other, you could tell that. And at the same time, it looks like Rico Yan come back after establishing his work life, and he, for the first time since many years, he visited his teacher in that MMK episode. And yeah, what can I say? It is a very great welcoming. It looks like two very long-time friends are seeing each other again. Very moving, definitely. Yeah, and now it comes. We also see some flashbacks about the time before, but at the same time, something interesting is happening, because Rico Yan, who came back from Manila, I presume, back to his hometown to see his old teacher, also visited after a long time his familia again. And there he found out something shocking. It was really shocking, because his nana told him something that was something that you will not hear very often from your nana. His nana declares to him, sorry son, I must tell you this, I'm not your nana, which is quite shocking, because he finds out then, Rico Yan, that actually his sister is his nana. This is really a major shock to him. Obviously, what has happened, his sister, by the way, is played by the great actress Susan Africa, by the way. She is so great. Have you ever seen her in Mara Clara? What a great actress. Have you ever seen her in San Kamanaroon? What a great actress. Whatever she plays, it is great. But that's not all, because actually here she has only a supporting part. So we must go back to Mr. Rico Yan. So basically, Rico Yan is totally shattered by the fact that his sister, which was played by Susan Africa, is actually his nana. Because what has happened, obviously, the same thing obviously has happened, that happened obviously basically to Hollywood actor Jack Nicholson, because obviously what has happened when in Christian families, Catholic families to be accurate, when it happens that Babai is still too young and she is pregnant, then there is obviously only one course left to do for the family, and it is the course that they need to do, obviously, that basically the nana of the pregnant of her pregnant daughter, basically, she takes the responsibility to say, no, I will cover that up. We must cover that whole thing up. I will be now the nana, even though she's the Lola of the child. She says, no, I will be the nana of the child, and you will be, she says then to the real mother, you will become basically the author of the child. And that is basically what's happened there. And reports there are also that Jack Nicholson, the Hollywood actor, was also shocked to the max when he found out about it. He was already maybe 35 years old when he heard this, but okay, let's cut that now and go back to the MMK story, which basically is almost the same as that. Almost the same, because Rico Yan's character is actually not an actor, but it looks to me like what I remember is he's some kind of computer IT technician or an engineer, something like that. I think that was his occupation. So basically what happens is he is totally shocked by that, Rico Yan, that suddenly, what, my sister, you are now my he can't believe this. And another interesting thing is also his father is suddenly showing up that he has never seen before. And the way I remember it is Susan Africa's, definitely the way I see it, it was Susan Africa's Asaba, the late Mr. Spanky Manikan, was definitely playing his father. And what I remember very well is Rico Yan did not like him. He had a grudge against him. His father only said something like hello, but he did not like him. He was not really warming up to the fact. Maybe because the pain and the hurt of this revelation, that basically, yeah, it is quite shocking, when you find out that your sister is actually your nana. So something like maybe you need some time to somehow, to have this fact working for you. Yeah, you definitely need time for that. And the story is continuing now, something like this, that he's still basically, maybe Rico Yan is still visiting a lot his teacher, played by Mr. Eddie Garcia. And it also looks like the health of Mr. Eddie Garcia his character health is somehow declining. Something like there's one scene where he cannot control his being anymore. Suddenly all the pee comes out. So, but which basically is something like, something shocking basically when you're older and you cannot control this urge anymore. But at the same time, we live now in age and time where some kind of diapers for adults, for older people, they are definitely available. So we can only hope that if we would come to that age that we are old and cannot have control over our urge to pee, that hopefully we can have our diapers ready, basically. But that is all about that topic that I wanted to say. Basically, what happens then is basically, that this growing bond that Rico Yan has between his teacher and himself, it is very powerful, this bond. And even though I cannot, maybe I didn't say this before, but I can't understand Tagalog very much, but I can still understand what is going on in these MMKs. So because I'm listening very close to that, so you have a good guess what's going on there. Even though the language, I only understand a couple of words or sentences, something like that. But you see, they're very fond of each other, and it looks like that the teacher is definitely also something like a big help to Rico Yan to basically to deal with the situation that now suddenly his sister's actually his nana, which is so shocking to him. And what then happens basically after that is Rico Yan is, after a long conversation, a long time that he spent with his teacher, basically he drives the way home back to Manila, I guess. It's a big town basically, where he visited his teacher. Was a smaller town. It's very clear. That's like that in the movie. And he drives back, and then something totally shocking happens. Basically, there's an road accident where he is basically losing his life in a car crash, basically. So you know already that obviously the person that tells the story in MMK is obviously the teacher. So, and last scene in this rather tragic ending of the MMK basically is that the teacher is in front of Rico Yan's coffin, and people who really who might be really shocked, who know that Rico Yan really shortly, the movie, by the way, is for Rico Yan really shortly after his movie. I think it was the movies from 1999. And yeah, in 2002, he really left this earth, diba. So what I'm trying to say by that is it's kind of really shocking to see that, diba, when you know that 3 years later it really happened to him, diba. So the last scene basically is Eddie Garcia, who holds the medallia. Obviously this medallia, I don't know much about the medallia, but I can guess that this medallia is some kind of medallia of honor that maybe belongs to Rico Yan's character, that maybe he deserves to have also. Maybe, I cannot guess too much because I don't talk Tagalog, or I understand Tagalog that well. But it's very clear that this medallia is very important, and maybe somehow the teacher did not really give, he maybe wanted to give this medallia to Rico Yan, but somehow he couldn't give it. Maybe he forgot. It's hard to tell. But so basically the last scene of this very beautiful but also very sad ending MMK is basically that he stands there in front of Rico Yan's coffin and has the medallia. He gets the medallia out and is making some final speech. He definitely talks to Rico Yan there, and yeah, that is basically everything in a nutshell. So I hope you like me telling you this beautiful story, and please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because I want to give you more beautiful MMK Maala Mokaya stories like this, because I know that you are worth it, and I want to I want more people to be aware of these great MMK stories that are not yet uploaded yet on YouTube. So then I see you then later. I wish you well and all the best to you. See you in the next vlog. Bye bye.